Don't be so sure. The term sick man of Europe was coined in the mid-19th century, referring to the Ottoman Empire's perceived decline. But was it really as weak as they said? We're used to thinking of World War I as a clash of titans. Britain, France, Germany, these were the powerhouses, the giants of the early 20th century, each with their own vast empires and formidable armies. But there's another player, often relegated to the footnotes, the Ottoman Empire, a once mighty force that had ruled vast territories for centuries, a vast empire stretching from the Balkans to the Middle East. Its lands were rich in history, culture, and strategic importance, an empire written off by many as the sick man of Europe. But this narrative overlooks the complexities and strengths of the Ottoman state. They called it sick, weak, ready to crumble. They were wrong. The Ottomans had a resilience that surprised many, and their role in World War I was far from insignificant. This is the story of the Ottoman Empire in the Great War, a tale often overshadowed by the narratives of the Western Front, a story of survival against all odds where the Ottoman soldiers fought with tenacity and courage despite facing overwhelming challenges, of colossal battles that redefined warfare like the Gallipoli Campaign, where the Ottomans held their ground against a formidable Allied force, and of a legacy that continues to shape our world today. The impact of the Ottoman Empire's actions during the Great War can still be felt in modern geopolitics and cultural landscapes. And by the 20th century, the Ottoman Empire was a shadow of its former glory. Centuries of slow decline had taken their toll. Nationalism was on the rise, eating away at the empire's diverse population. The Young Turks, a revolutionary group, had seized power in 1908, promising to modernize and restore the empire to its former glory. But the challenges were immense. The empire was surrounded by enemies, its economy was in shambles, and its once mighty military was outdated. In the years leading up to World War I, the Ottoman Empire found themselves being courted by both sides. The Allies, led by Britain and France, saw the empire as a strategically vital asset, controlling access to the Black Sea and the Middle East. But it was the Germans who ultimately won the Ottomans over. Germany, eager to exploit the empire's strategic location and resources, promised to help modernize the Ottoman army and regain lost territories. The Ottoman Empire's entry into the war on the side of the Central Powers sent shockwaves through Europe. This decision was not just a strategic move, but a gamble that would shape the fate of the empire and the course of the war. The Ottoman leadership believed that aligning with Germany and Austria-Hungary would help them regain lost territories and restore their waning influence. However, this alliance also meant that the Ottoman Empire would become a primary target for the Allied powers, who were determined to dismantle it. The most audacious move? Closing the Dardanelles, a narrow strait that served as a vital supply line to Russia. This strategic waterway was crucial for the Allies as it connected the Black Sea to the Mediterranean, allowing for the transport of supplies and reinforcements. By closing the Dardanelles, the Ottomans effectively cut off Russia from its allies, creating a significant logistical challenge. The closure of the strait not only hindered the Allied war effort, but also demonstrated the strategic importance of the Ottoman Empire in the broader conflict. The Allies, desperate to reopen the strait, launched a massive naval and land invasion in 1915, the Gallipoli Campaign. This campaign was one of the most ambitious and complex operations of the war, involving a multinational force that included British, French, Australian, and New Zealand troops. The goal was to secure the Dardanelles, capture Constantinople, and knock the Ottoman Empire out of the war. However, the campaign was fraught with challenges, including difficult terrain, strong Ottoman defenses, and logistical difficulties. What followed was one of the bloodiest and most brutal campaigns of the entire war. The Gallipoli Peninsula became a hellish landscape of trenches, barbed wire, and constant artillery fire. Soldiers on both sides endured unimaginable hardships, facing not only the enemy, but also disease, extreme weather, and a lack of supplies. The campaign dragged on for months, with neither side able to gain a decisive advantage. The high casualty rates and the horrific conditions made Gallipoli a symbol of the futility and horror of war. Against all odds, the outnumbered and outgunned Ottoman troops, led by a brilliant young officer named Mustafa Kemal, held firm. Kemal's leadership and tactical acumen were instrumental in the Ottoman defense, turning the tide of the battle and preventing the Allies from achieving their objectives. His actions at Gallipoli not only earned him a place in history, but also laid the foundation for his future role as the founder of modern Turkey. The Gallipoli Campaign ultimately ended in a costly stalemate, with the Allies forced to withdraw, marking a significant victory for the Ottoman Empire. But the Gallipoli victory came at a cost. The Ottoman Empire was bleeding men and resources. Meanwhile, in the Arabian Peninsula, a new threat emerged. A charismatic British officer named T.E. Lawrence, better known as Lawrence of Arabia, rallied the Arab tribes against their Ottoman overlords. The Arab revolt, fueled by promises of independence and supported by British gold and guns, stretched the Ottoman forces thin. As the war raged on, a dark chapter unfolded within the Ottoman Empire. Fearing Armenian collaboration with Russia, the Ottoman government embarked on a systematic campaign of deportation and massacre against its Armenian population. Hundreds of thousands of Armenians perished in what is now widely recognized as a genocide. By 1918, the Ottoman Empire was on its last legs. Defeated on multiple fronts, facing internal rebellion and crippled by economic collapse, the empire signed the Armistice of Mudros on the 30th of October 1918, officially ending its participation in World War I. The once mighty empire was carved up by the victors, but from the ashes of defeat, a new nation would rise. Mustafa Kemal, the hero of Gallipoli, would lead the Turkish War of Independence, resisting Allied occupation and establishing the Republic of Turkey in 1923. The Ottoman Empire's collapse had seismic consequences for the Middle East. The empire's Arab provinces, promised independence by the British, were instead carved up into mandates controlled by Britain and France. The seeds of future conflict were sown. The modern Middle East, with its complex web of national borders and political tensions, is in many ways a direct legacy of the Ottoman Empire's demise. The Ottoman Empire may be gone, but its legacy lives on. This vast empire, which spanned 3 continents at its height, has left an indelible mark on the world. From the bustling streets of Istanbul to the serene landscapes of the Balkans, the influence of the Ottomans is unmistakable. Their architectural marvels, cultural traditions, and even their administrative systems have shaped the regions they once ruled. From the Balkans to the Middle East, the echoes of Ottoman rule can be seen in architecture, cuisine, music, and language. The grand mosques and palaces, with their intricate designs and towering minarets, stand as a testament to the empire's architectural prowess. In the marketplaces, the scents of spices and the sounds of traditional music transport you back in time. The rich flavors of Turkish and Middle Eastern cuisine, with dishes like kebabs, baklava, and hummus, are a culinary legacy of the Ottomans. The empire's influence continues to shape the geopolitical landscape of the region. Modern-day Istanbul, with its blend of ancient and contemporary, is a living museum of Ottoman history. The city's skyline, dotted with domes and minarets, tells the story of a civilization that once bridged the East and West. In the Middle East, the borders drawn during the Ottoman era still impact political dynamics today. The legacy of the Ottomans is not just in the physical structures they left behind, but in the cultural and political fabric of the region. The Ottoman Empire's story is a reminder that history is not just about the victors. It's about the empires that rise and fall, the battles that change the course of history, and the human stories that unfold amidst the chaos of war. The Ottomans, with their diverse population and vast territories, were a melting pot of cultures, religions, and traditions. Their story is a complex tapestry of triumphs and tragedies, of power and decline. It's about the empires that rise and fall, the battles that change the course of history, and the human stories that unfold amidst the chaos of war. The Ottoman Empire played a crucial role in World War I, a conflict that reshaped the world. The battles fought on Ottoman soil, the alliances formed, and the eventual dissolution of the empire had far-reaching consequences. The war marked the end of an era and the beginning of a new geopolitical order. So, what do you think was the most significant impact of the Ottoman Empire's involvement in World War I? Was it the redrawing of borders, the emergence of new nations, or the cultural shifts that followed? The legacy of the Ottomans in the context of the Great War is a topic of endless debate and fascination. Their involvement in the war not only influenced the outcome, but also left a lasting imprint on the collective memory of the regions they once ruled. Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more hardcore history. Your thoughts and insights are invaluable as we continue to explore the intricate tapestry of our past. Join us on this journey through history, and together let's uncover the stories that have shaped our world.